WordPress blog. Now, the first major part of doing blogging is the setting up a blog. So if you want to set up a blog, there are two options. Either you can have self-managed or let's say self-owned. The other option is managed option. So in self-owned, what you can do is you can use WordPress to build your own blog and run and manage it. In managed options, you have various platforms which will give you WordPress or any other content management system which you could use to build your blog. In our case, we are going to choose and run our blog on WordPress. Uh, you do remember we had built a website before. We will use the same website and start using the blog in the WordPress. Why we choose to use WordPress is because it is easy to set up, it's reliable and secure, and made for blogging. Most importantly, you can start and run your blog in pocket friendly budget. So let's do a WordPress demo to understand how we can set up blog using WordPress. WordPress setup demo. WordPress blog demo. So I'm there at the back end of my website, WordPress website. So I would like to show you what post or how you can set up the blog. So here are the posts for the blogs. So as you can see, this is by default the first post which is created in the WordPress. So I clicked on it, and as you can see, it has just started to load. So this is the content of the first post, and how I could reach or how I could see my posts are by going and using the menu in the menu bar, which is blog. This is the menu. As you can see, here are the posts which are list. Whenever I set up or whenever I edit a post or update a post and publish it, it will start showing up in this particular page. So basically using this blog/blog menu, you could go to the WordPress blog posts. Now what you can do is, if you want to dedicatedly use your site only for the purpose of blogs, you could go ahead and change that using customizer. Use your website only for the blogs. So I'm gonna go ahead and change the home page to blog. So once I do it, my website will become a home to blog. So here you can see by default my website will load with primarily with the blog page, and whatever post I publish, that will be staying on top of it. Now here comes a question like, how should I can generate the content or I can write the content for my blog. So I will show you an option how you can generate a content for your blog using online tools. The first thing we'll be needing for the blog post is the title. So for that, we can use a blog title generator. So with this block title generator, you can come up with the topics or come up with the block titles whatever you want. Let me show you few examples. Like I will use 2 or 3 keywords for a blog post, and you could check how the title can be created for the same. So I have added 3 keywords, and I'm going to select this as generic term. It's not a brand or product, it's not an event, uh, it's not an industry, it's not location, it's not person's name, it's not a skill. At this moment I'm just selecting this generic term and clicking on generate titles, so you could see what it shows up. So you can see that you are getting different titles. You can basically use this and use these titles and create, but I would suggest you to generate more titles. At least generate 5 to 10 titles which you could use uh, for your you know for your blog. So I'll just choose this. I'll choose this, and I can just keep going for few more titles. So I'm choosing the titles which are appropriate and attractive. This is most important. We're doing blogging, that your title should be attractive, and it should be very you convenient to connect with. So I'm just choosing random titles, like I've chosen 5 or 6 of them. So choosing title is very important, because without having a good title you will not be able to attract the user who's trying to look for or searching for a particular tip or trick or even to do. So already I've chosen few titles. So in baking tips, home baking and cake baking, that had gone way too far. 7 questions about baking tips, home cake you should answer. 10 things you need to know about baking tips, home baking, cake baking today. So I'll choose any one of these 5 titles which I've selected. I think this looks appropriate for me, so I can choose this title and use it. Now to come up with the content, what I need to do is I can use a content creator, which is pretty handy to create content for my blog post. So either I can write, or I can use this online tool from where I can create content for myself. So to do a blog spin, what I have to do is I have just add the keywords which are essential or which are primary for my topic. So I'll add those keywords here in the article creator tool, and I'll select English as language. I'll keep this original. There is a paid option which will make, if you want, you can have content uniquely done. That is, no duplication will be there in the content. What basically this tool does is picks up the best and deep lying content across the web and throw at you, you can rephrase them and use it. This is what basically this tool is all about. So with this tool you'll get the content, and you have to use other tool called freearticlespinner.com, which will rephrase the content which you have got from the web. So you can use that tool. So I'll just keep this tool open ready. So I'm just gonna keep this, I'm gonna just extract the articles based on these keywords. So I can preview or download the text file, or even generate new articles. I'll generate few more articles with the same keywords. Let me do it one by one. Let me say I'll just pick this. So as you can see, this is one of the great or great content which I can use. So I can just use this content, or I can download it and use it. So let me just download a text file, and if I open it, here you can see it says you can use 15 different baking tools, which is I can add in my article. So I can consider this as one of the good articles. So let me pick the content from here. Copy it, move it to the article spinner. So I've just taken an article which is available on internet with the help of article creator, and rephrase it, because I should not be using a duplicate content. So I can just go ahead and rephrase the whole text into a completely new content by using this particular free article spinner. So once we have it, once we have spinned a new article, you can copy the new article and use it for your purpose. As you can see, you can read out some of the uh, content. It just completely rephrases it, and we do need to do a proofreading and try and minimize the error, because it completely rephrases it. You could go ahead and do a bit of proofreading and put in some effort. Use this rephrased article for your blog. So this is how you can start doing it. So once you have the content ready, you can go ahead and create a post. I'll show you how to create a post. Just click on add new, and I chose a title here. So this title looks pretty attractive. 10 things you need to know about baking tips, home baking and cake baking today. So I'll just add this title. I can add the content here. So let me just go ahead and add some content. So I have just added little content just to just to show you that what can be done. You can actually add more content, images, all those stuff uh, after you do your blog spinning. That is, you generate an article from here and take it to free article spinner, which will rephrase it, so it minimizes your effort of doing your content. However, you need to do the proofreading for the same. So once I have done, I can go ahead and publish it. So this is just a dummy article, but when you're doing real posts or real articles, please do your research and add appropriate content. I've just shown you a demo how you can generate or spin a content for your blog, which includes coming up with a title which is attractive. Basically, this title will help the user to find your uh, content or reach to your blog where he can read through the content. So just to make it attractive, we use, or bloggers use, some good attractive and fancy titles, post which you need to add your content. I have just added a demo content for the same. The content can be generated through the article creator and free article spinner. So once you're done with that, once you published your post, you could go ahead and see how your blog, I mean your blog page, or in my case the home page changes. So I'll just refresh it. As you can see, my post has changed, and it has got a, I mean the blog page has changed, my home page has changed, and it has got uh, the newly published article. So this is how you can go ahead and start blogging with WordPress. You can use different options in your editor. You can use with your Divi Builder. I would suggest just to use the content editor for now, which is default in WordPress, wherein you have options to add images or format the your format the content. So if I can actually format this content however I would like to, I can just format it. I can give it heading 2. I can add these with paragraphs and other details. So I can go ahead and play around with whatever I could do, whatever I want to with the formatting options in WordPress.